Hi, and welcome to my channel. I am the Chantress of Amun, and I am here to bring you your weekly reading for the collective based on love and what is your person thinking. So that is the theme today. I'm going to go ahead and do that in a few moments, but before I did that, I did want to let you guys know just really quick because I like to get on with it and I'll do the reading, and then, if I have anything to say it at the end. But really quick, if you are interested in personal readings, I only do questions by email. The prices are below, starting at $20. The prices decrease based on the amount of questions that you ask. But you can get the price list below. I want to let you know that I give extremely thorough responses, so it will be worth your time and money. And I work hard to make sure that I'm giving the person I'm doing a reading for something that is really, really intuitive, and as close to what I am feeling and channeling for them as possible. I just wanted to let you guys know also, if you're feeling generous, I have my Cash App and my PayPal links below. I would appreciate donations, of course, but if you can't do that, then donating like a song or a poem for me to read or perform is a huge help too. It gives me an idea of what people want to see, you know what I mean? And then I read the poem or channel the best time for it to be read, or song. So you can do that. You can also give me song requests, things that you would like to see performed, or submit your own. I appreciate that stuff a lot. And also, again, if you can't do any of those things, that's fine. A huge help would just be liking the video, subscribing, sharing it with your friends and followers, and continuing to tune in. So, again, today we're going to be doing a love reading. I am actually pulling from Love Oracles. I pull a card for you and a card for your person to get a idea of what kind of energy I'm dealing with, some character traits, things like that. And then after that, we go ahead and pull cards from Whispers of Love for the reading and clarification and advice. I also channel messages, so I'm going to be pulling a few messages from the pots. And we'll get an idea of some of the things your person might want to say to you. So this is a what is my person thinking. So this could be somebody you're currently with, somebody you're on a break with, or somebody that you haven't yet started dating, but you call them your person because you're planning on trying to do it. Okay, so it could be a crush. It could be something a little bit more like something a little more established, like you've been talking, things like that, but you haven't quite made it to the relationship portion. So I will give you guys some advice on all of that, all of those possibilities. But first, we're going to pull from Love Oracles, as I said, and this is a great deck because this deck actually, it gives you, there's a lot of random people, celebrities in here, and other, just people who are well known, and you get all kinds of people. It's really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out what kind of personalities we're dealing with. Spirit, can you give me a card to represent person? Okay, so it actually gave me two, so we're going to go ahead and take those for you and your person. Okay, so we have Marquis de Sade. I hope I'm saying that right. Marquis or Marquis de Sade. Don't know who that is. Don't know how to pronounce the name, but I'm trying. And then the second one is Ernest Hemingway, which is a great card because I'm a writer and I love, I say that about all the writing cards and the artists. I'm like, yeah, I love them. But I like Ernest Hemingway a lot. I really dig the guy. So that's cool. So sexes do not matter. You can be male and female, male, female, and this reading could be for you regardless of who's on the cards. Okay, this is more about feminine and masculine energies. And just right off the bat, I know this is a very strong masculine energy, and this one could be very strong feminine, but we'll see after we read about them. So again, this could be a male-female couple. This does not matter sex-wise. So, there could be something for you in here. Don't, rush off if you don't want to hear about Marquis and Ernest. So Ernest Hemingway, let's pull some info on Ernest. Okay. So Ernest Hemingway was a journalist, novelist, short story writer, and was one of the most influential writers of the 20th century. His career began as an ambulance driver in the First World War, which would inspire his novel, A Farewell to Arms. For Whom the Bell Tolls, published in 1939, is based on his experience in the Spanish Civil War. Relying heavily on life experience, both novels have doomed love stories at their center. He married 4 times, but his famously macho action man posturing, being photographed running with the bulls in the Pamplona, for example, hid a fragile personality that would later struggle with alcoholism and impotence. Jesus, they had to write that in there. Poor guy shot himself. You can't leave that out. I wonder he shot himself. I'm sorry. It was a joke. Okay, and so the quotes for Ernest are, number 1, treasure those seconds when you felt your heart beating. Number 2, don't allow any tourists into your own private Paris. And number 3, to love someone and mean it is a rare and valuable thing. Okay, so I'm getting a very sentimental energy here. This could be you. This could be your person. I'm really leaning more towards you, whether you're male or female. This is just a person who's strong in masculine energy at the moment. It does not have to be all the time. I'm getting somebody who's very sentimental, though. A hopeless romantic sort of personality who probably doesn't show it right off the bat, if ever, but they definitely have it inside of them. So this person probably struggles in relationships just because they might be what others perceive as a little bit old-fashioned, and we're in a hookup culture. Unfortunately, I'm not crazy about it myself, but that's the culture we're in. So I think this is you, and I think that you're really disappointed in relationships, and you're hoping that this is finally the one that that will put a smile on your face. So we're gonna go ahead and read Marquis. I haven't decided if I want to say Marquis or Marquois. Leave me alone, okay? Stop it. But seriously, so we'll just call him Desade, if that's right. That's probably wrong too, Desade. So let's read about him with his impossible name. They had to know that putting him in this book, right? Like they knew, let's put that one in there. They'll never be able to say it. Actually, everybody probably knows how to say it besides me. I'm like, oh my god, it's so hard. I'm a writer, but I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry, you guys, I'm just having fun now. Where is Marquis? Okay, now he's going to give me trouble in here, too? Oh, Lord. This guy. I'm just telling this guy. Who is this guy? Okay, so here it is. Oh, Lord. You won't believe what's about to happen. Donatien Alphonse Francois Marquis de Sade. Yes, I just said that. I was complaining before, right? They're like, we got you. Shut your mouth. You had it easy first. So yes, I just said that, though. Let me read it one more time in case you didn't catch the 5 names the first time. Donatien Alphonse Francois Marquis de Sade was a French nobleman, revolutionary politician, philosopher, scandalous libertine, and lover. Brought up in the royal household and briefly an officer, he is also known for his exploits in the brothels. His life was a mix of imprisonment, escapes, revolution, an affair with his sister-in-law, and a spell in the lunatic asylum. In prison, he became a writer, penning works characterized by a ruthless and immoral vision of human nature. 120 Days of Sodom was written during the building up to the revolution, and the father of eroticism ensured his own life was no less sadistic. The term, of course, derived from his oeuvre. So, well, okay, I'm not sure which name I'm going to use to refer to him, but I think this is your person's energy, and your person's a pain in my ass. Just kidding. No, seriously. Okay, so I think this is your person's energy, and I just I'm getting somebody who is definitely sorry. I hate delivering bad news, but this person's a runaround. This person, it might not be physical. It might not be that they're like physically with others frequently, but they definitely they like the game. They like the chase. They like to chase. They like being chased. They just like the game. They like running, okay? They're running a marathon and love. Matters of love. So this person could be a little bit younger or could just be very immature emotionally and in relationships. I don't know if they're younger. I'm not really getting young physically. This person's very sexy though. They're very attractive. Like they're not like you don't look at them and go pretty as much as you do sexy. Like they're the kind of person who walks in the room and they're kind of probably like honestly like the sexiest person in the room, whether or not they're the most beautiful. If that makes sense. Now you, on the other hand, I think are very attractive. Physically, the face. And I think that you're a lot more stable in relationships. Although I think that you struggle too. You struggle because you're looking for something. You're very sentimental. You're looking for something serious. You're looking for something. You want love and you want real love. You want long lasting love. But I think that has caused you to get tied up with some people who want that like fake sort of love, which they're not even aware of most of the time consciously. They just they think they want love, but they end up hurting a lot of people in the process because they don't. Well, not that they don't, but they're stuck in the game. They're just like, wow, this is great. Why would I leave? You know what I mean? Like they want the love until it's sitting there in front of them, and then they're like, wait a minute, I have better things to do with my time, or people to go and screw, or not necessarily screw. I'm not going. I don't want to keep saying that because I don't know. I'm not even getting that from your person. I'm getting that your person likes a lot of like mind games, and you're very serious. You are a no BS type of person in relationships. For you, it's all or nothing. You aren't going to compromise your, standards, which include, no cheating, being faithful, being invested emotionally and otherwise in the relationship, bringing your half. It's a 50-50 thing, but you provide a lot in return. You're very warm with the person you love, although I think you still kind of try to camouflage or hide how much you actually feel and how much you actually love being in love. I think it's something that you kind of try to hide, but you are warm with your lover. Yeah, you're warm with your person. You are emotional with them to a degree, although I do think you're a little bit shy too. Um, it's funny. I don't know if you're shy. I don't know if you're shy naturally or just shy with this person. I think this person really like interests you. Like I think you're very into this person. I can't say love for sure yet, but I think you want to be in love with this person, and you're very concerned with their sort of like I hate saying cheater vibes because I don't know if we could call that cheating, but it is like that like first level. That's like they're a big flirt. There you go. This person's a very big flirt. They like to flirt. They like to hit on people. They like when people hit on them. They're very sexy, and they know they're sexy. They know this about themselves. They might not be sure about a lot of things, but they know they're sexy. This person could be a writer, or somebody in a similar field, or somebody who just likes to write, at home. I'm just getting like based on the personality in the book, but as well as actually, you know what? Both of you could be writers. That could be how you met, or the attraction to each other. But this person's a very young, careless writer. They remind me of like a young Henry Miller, and you're Ernest Hemingway. Hello. You can tell by Ernest's quotes that he's a nice guy. Like he wants love, right? You know what I realized? We didn't read Marcus de Sade's quotes because he got me so worked up with all of his names I forgot, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, so his quotes are, "It is always by way of pain one arrives at pleasure. Number 2, either kill me or take me as I am because I'll be damned if I ever change. And number 3, certain souls may seem harsh to others, but it is just a way of caring and feeling more deeply." So this is a person who's been scorned a lot, or they just have had a lot of bad things. I'm getting like a darker energy here. This is somebody who probably has a lot of vices, addictions. This person struggles with some stuff too. It could just like be one of those people who's just on the verge of like drinking a little bit too much every day after work, or that type of deal. But this person has a lot of vices. They have a lot of addictions. They are in no way, shape, or form healed yet, or even at that point where they want healing, or acknowledge that there's an issue. They're at that point where they don't see anything wrong with the way they live, whether they hurt themselves or other people. So You know, the interesting quote on here is either kill me or take me as I am because I'll be damned if I ever change. That is such the energy I was getting. And it all makes sense because this person is stubborn. They are stubborn. Um, I'm getting like this could be like Aries, Taurus energy. Somebody very stubborn who's just not really willing to bend. If it's not that, it's maybe Scorpio. I do. I'm kind of getting like water energy as well, and I'm getting like a Scorpio if it is a water sign. Um, Mr. Hemingway, for you or your person, but most likely you in this, relationship. Let me see, what sign am I? Spirit, tell me. Either Cancer or yeah, we're gonna. I mean, that might not be accurate, but it possibly a Cancer. This is somebody who's, like I said, very emotional, but they might not show it to everybody all the time. Okay, so these are the kind of energies I'm pulling right now. But if that changes, I'll let you know, of course. This is, for the collective, so I have a million things going on at once in my mind, of course. And it's a little bit hard to pull, so especially since we just started and I haven't gotten a totally good feel for the relationship itself yet. So that's interesting. Those are just the cards. What we're going to do now is we're going to pull some messages from your person and see what the things that they might have to say to you before we read some cards, okay? So what are the messages? I can hear you telepathically. That's kind of cool. I would have always been a disappointment. Oh, so this person doesn't feel very good about themselves. I think about you every night. Wow. I'm sorry, but I cheated on you. Oh, yeah, we know that. We are from two different worlds. Okay, so this person cheated on you because they felt like they weren't good enough for you. They're definitely younger than you. The person's younger for sure, and they're younger and they're young-minded. This person has a serious, you know, they have the mentality of like a seductress or seducer, somebody who's like really in it for the game. But I think that with you, they had real emotions and feelings, but they don't really know how to change. So, and remember, they'll be damned if they do. You heard it from, the horse's mouth. Yeah, the horse with five names. So, on a serious note, I think that, this person who is you likely is very sensitive, intuitive, emotional, caring, really a beautiful person. Yeah, I have to say, you're a lovely person, and I don't think you should be putting up with this. I don't think this is a bad person. I just think that he or she has a lot of vices, and they're a player, and they're not ready to commit. They've cheated on you. So I'm sorry about that. That's only for certain people. That's not for every person watching this. But for part of the collective, they have cheated on you, and you need to keep that in mind before you move forward in this relationship, because this is what you're going to be dealing with. This probably isn't something that's going to change. This person can't be rewired. Okay, they're not. You're not going to fix them. You're not going to go on Dr. Phil together and find a solution, which is just weird. I have no idea why I said that, because Dr. Phil never finds a solution for anything. But anyway, on a serious note, this person is somebody who is extremely jaded. Either they had a tough upbringing or they're just not a very nice person, to be honest with you. They're very, I'm not going to say they're a bad person. I already said that. They're not a bad person, but this person they have a lot of issues. They have a lot of issues with life. They have a lot of issues with the opposite sex, or even the same sex. They just have issues with the sex that they're dating, okay? Let me put it that way. Even if they are that sex themselves, they have issues with that sex. You know, it could be something that's deep rooted, like, I hate to be cliche, but mommy issues or daddy issues, something like that. Maybe they have middle child syndrome, which, by the way, I made up myself, but to me, middle child syndrome is the child who receives the least amount of attention, so they have a very, very tattered, distorted sense of who they are. The identity crisis, in other words. I am the baby in my family, and there is also last child syndrome, and that is when everybody does everything for you and babies you, and then you have to grow up and be an adult, and you have no idea how to do anything. So thanks. But on a serious note, this is really sad. I think this person really, like, no, I think that they really, like, care about you. I think there's a genuine care there, and don't tell me that you can't care about somebody if you are cheating on them. No, people do care about people, and they cheat on them all the time. Does that mean you should stay with them because they care about you? No, it's unhealthy and it's toxic. But that doesn't mean they don't care about you. But sometimes caring about someone is not enough of a reason to stay. We think, oh, well, they do love me. Here's my proof they love me because they did A, B, or C, A, B, or C. And the truth is they could love you to an extent, but it's not healthy love. It's not what you're never going to be fulfilled by it. You're probably going to go in circles with this person. Vicious circles and cycles of the same thing over and over. And I'm getting that energy from you that you like to fix people and you're wasting your time. You have to take this person. Look, I read a great thing in a book once about narcissism. You have to take this person as they are and commit to yourself and tell yourself, I will love this person unconditionally despite their flaws, and I will not be able to change their flaws. So I have to take them as they are. No BS. I have to take them as they are. No matter how many times they do this to me, I have accepted this. This is part of their makeup, or something that, they're conditioned to. And it's not going to change. It's not going to change. You can't change somebody who doesn't see something wrong with themselves. And they don't. They enjoy what they do. Some of it could be unconscious or subconscious, but overall they enjoy the game. They enjoy, the conquest. They enjoy the chase. So, look, you have to be real sometimes. And there's probably 1 million people out there who will treat you 100 times more respectably and better, and so at the end of the day it's all up to you. But so I'm going to pull some cards from Whispers of Love for the reading, and then what we're going to do is some clarification and advice, and then I'm going to read the poem. So I'm excited to do that. Oh, okay, Spirit. You're being a blabbermouth today. Spirit's like, I got a lot to say about this one. Come on, Spirit, give me some more stuff on this person. Okay, well, we got to read. Okay, so let's see. Like attracts like. If you're looking for more love, if you long for more love, be more loving. Okay, so I think that this, I think that the fact that this person has cheated on you has caused you to close down emotionally, if you know about it. If you don't know about it, you strongly sense it, and that has also caused you to close down emotionally. So I think that the Spirit's telling you that this is how you have to operate with a person, and Spirit might not be telling you to operate this way with that person. They're telling you to attract somebody who you can love and who will love you in return, okay? True love. This love is once in a lifetime. I actually think that this message is for your future romance. I don't think that that is for the person you're currently struggling with. So just keep that in mind. Somebody could be on the way. They're telling you to keep your eyes open for it and recognize it. Don't be jaded. Don't refuse to date after this experience, because true love is on its way for you. I love you. These are powerful words, and your person abuses those words. I love you is something that you should take very seriously, and while your person may think that they love you, and may in a way, it's not healthy. It's toxic. They cheat on you. They probably don't speak very nicely to you some of the time. They may even be a narcissistic abuser. And you don't have to take that. You're awesome. You're a great person. You're a great person inside out. You're very attractive, very pretty, or good looking face, a little bit androgynous, but extremely good looking. Um, and somebody who definitely takes care of themselves. Just a great looking person and great personality, which makes you even more beautiful. So, this person's just crazy. They're not going to do better than you. And I think that they know that. They're threatened by you because they know you bring a lot to the table. You are not just arm candy, or, you are not just somebody who's there for all the physical. You are somebody who is smart and dedicated and loyal and compassionate and kind. You give out great energy, just really great vibes. You're really, really great. Want to hang out after this? But seriously, so your person knows these things about you, and your person knows that they're a little bit slimy, I think, if you want to know the truth. Your person knows the things they do aren't right, that they, cheating, or, even just playing the game, talking, flirting is not, it's not, it's flirting. Some people can agree upon it being okay, and or overall I would, it's just flirting, whatever, but only to an extent. If my man is like in everybody's ear whispering that they, want to slide their big whatever into their whatever, even if they don't intend to actually do it, that's kind of like, okay, well, is that flirting or is that like a proposition? Are you waiting to see if they answer? So, flirting can definitely be taken to the next level. It just depends on your person and how much they respect you. If they're respectful towards you in the relationship, then you won't have to worry about flirting. It's not a big deal. But your person has cheated on you, so with your person, you would have to worry about that, among other things. This is just a person who doesn't respect you or the relationship. They probably have some good qualities, although I'm not picking up on many of them because the energy is so rough from all of this, So, but this person's very witty, very smart, very probably the type who thinks they're smarter than almost everyone in the room. But if somebody's not, they will acknowledge it and probably try to learn from that person. But they probably are smarter than most people in most rooms, if you want to know the truth. Unless you throw them in a room with, a bunch of doctors who created cures for cancer, then they'll probably, shrink. But in an average room with the layman all around them, they probably are a little bit like brighter, honestly. They're definitely above average in intelligence, and so are you. Actually, you're very smart, you're very bright, but your person, it's a little bit different, the type of intelligence they have. I think they have a mix of like a lot of wit with street smarts, and but they also like to read a lot. This person, they like to write. If they're not a writer, they love writing, and they're very good at what they do. In fact, I would say even possibly great. This is something, your person's actually like a budding artist slash writer, probably, or working in a similar field, something very creative. They're just a very creative person. So they, like I said, they have their good qualities. They're not terrible, but they're terrible at relationships. Do they deserve to be alone because of that? Probably. No, but seriously, no, but they need the right person. They need somebody who's going to say, okay, I can tolerate that my person is always going to cheat on me. My person is always going to whisper they want to slide their what into somebody's what. You know what I mean? Like, you decided you're going to deal with that, then that's fine. But if not, then you need to make moves to the person who's entering your life, because this is love that lasts a lifetime. Your next love is going to be true love. So move it on. The last card I got is the Union of Hearts. A love connection defies explanation. I mean, this could mean several things. It could mean that, you're with your person because love defies reason. Love is blind sometimes. And sometimes we can put up and tolerate with certain things, even when we probably shouldn't tolerate them. So, it can mean that, but it can also be in reference to your new love that's on the way. The Union of Hearts, you're meeting somebody and you're going to have a real union, a real chance at love, somebody who really, they're interested in you as a human being, and they appreciate all the great qualities you bring to the table. So be prepared, be prepared for your new love and move on from the old one. I am sorry to give it to you like that. I hate, having to be brutal, but that's the truth in this connection. Okay, I mean, I helped you guys. We're going to pull some more cards, and then I'm going to go ahead and read a poem for you guys. I'm going to just go ahead and clarify and get some advice from Spirit. more advice and clarification. So I pulled 3 more cards. So the first card, love who you are. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things life has to offer. Didn't I just say that? I mean, this is so in sync with everything I've been saying. You are amazing. You really are. I mean, you have it all going. You're one of those people who kind of like, everyone like who knows you is like, wow, this person really has a lot going for them. Like they try to be like you almost. You know what I mean? One of those type of people. And your person knows this, and your person's at a low point in their life, I think, or they're just going through a lot. Even if they, it doesn't have to be money wise or anything like that, but they're just going through a lot, and I think they're always going through a lot. I think this person is probably depressed, and they really need some mental health assistance, and not a save me type of partner. So if you really want to help them, refer them to a really great doctor and move it along. I have to be brutal with this one because I'm not getting good energy from your person. So, love who you are. Just love who you are. I'm not going to preach about self-love and self-discovery because that kind of stuff, like, gets me a little But, when it comes down to it, I guess, who do you hate less? Them or you? You know what I mean? Okay, that's a bad example. But I'm just saying, you do got to take care of yourself first. So, your next card, new love. Embrace an opportunity for love in your work prospects or for spiritual growth. There you go. That's what I said. You have new love coming. Look, you have something great on its way. You just have to be strong and move past this, okay? Don't wait for the new love to move on. Just do it. Wish your person well. Like I said, if they need, a reference to a great doctor, you can be that person. If they can't afford appointments and you can, maybe you could be that person. But that's as far as you're going to go, okay? And the last one, take a chance on love. When you love, our lives are changed forever. Okay, we already got that one. I guess that's in there twice. But again, so take a chance on love. It's coming. It's on its way. You don't need to settle for somebody who is not going to respect you, respect the relationship. I'm getting a lot of sporty stuff. I don't know if that's confirmation for somebody. Person who likes sports a lot. One of you. Also, that's just a side note. I was getting that, so I wanted to let you know. So, anyway, we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to go ahead and pull the poem and read it for you guys. This is a poem based on this relationship, or it could be based on the next one that's coming for you. Okay, so I'm going to figure out. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. Let me just pull it up to read to you guys, okay? Just give me a moment. Almost there, guys. Relax. This isn't that long, by the way, just to let you know. Usually they are a little bit longer. I like to do the longer ones. And in my other readings, sometimes I do excerpts of shorter poems. But this one today is pretty short, but it's the weekly read. So here we go. Now, the name of this poem is Nature of the Beast. Okay? Body mangled, cranium crushed, blood dripping, legs and arms twitch, agonizing wince, exhausted yawn. Too much of life, this wildcat is done. Fur stained scarlet, no longer golden, she cries inaudibly with a slight twist of her neck. Claws lay limp, teeth specked, with another wildcat's flesh. Lying dormant in those magnificent teeth, this time she was another wild one's feast, and now the hunt is over. Copyright 2019-2020. If you guys are interested in reading that poem again, you can go to Poem Hunter and search NicoleSettimi, which I will put down below. Okay, I'll give you guys the information below if you want to read that or anything else I've written. I focus a lot on love, toxic love, obsessive love, those type of dynamics and relationships. And usually they're a little bit longer. Some of them are very cool, like lyric hip-hoppy flow type poems, and some of them are a little bit more traditional free verse. But if you're interested in that, the information will be below. And again, thank you for stopping by my channel for my weekly read on love for the collective. If you liked this video, if you liked this video, please go ahead and like it. If you like the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Okay, hit the notification bell, and that is about it for today. Thank you guys so much, and again, also sharing it would be highly, highly appreciated. So I will take poems, songs, suggestions, things like that. Feel free to do it. I'm always excited for new material. I am a huge, huge fan of poetry and a poet who has been writing for 30 years. So have a great day.